the current guidance from the Office of Catholic Education and the Catholic Schools Onward guidelines says that they are mandatory in certain situations: traveling in the hallway, on the bus, classroom situations with non-cohorting members, when social distancing is not possible. If we are able to keep the social distancing in place and we are able to stay within our cohorts, then students should ideally be able to go throughout the day not having to necessarily wear a mask every turn, unless a parent says, no, my child needs to wear a mask all day. But as I said, that is something that could possibly change once the task force relooks at it. CDC guidelines may also indicate different guidelines next week. So we will take and look at that when they are looking at the guidelines. One of the questions in the chat is wondering how cohorting will work with things like honors math. That is one of the areas that has been discussed. There is a team that is looking at that. Ideally, since the cohort would move, that small group would move to the honors math room, as long as there is time after that cohort leaves the honors math room to disinfect the honors math room, the students would then be able to move to those classrooms. So that is how we are looking at that. We will be looking at schedules to make sure that when students have to move to a classroom, that there is time for someone to go in and clean that classroom with the disinfecting measures that need to be in place. So that is how we're looking at that now. Some of our specials are on a cart. So they already go into the classrooms. Technology, we are looking at having Mrs. Sabatini go into the classrooms to start for 3rd through 8th grade for 2 reasons. They have the one-to-one devices, but also to have them really working with Google Classroom and all the Google apps from the start of the school year to do a tutorial on organizing and really truly understanding that learning management system. And then we are also looking at the classes that are departmentalized and how that will look. We are exploring options of the teachers moving and the students staying, with giving the kids breaks in between classes to stretch. So there are some things that are up in the air with that the safety committee will be looking at next week to see how those classes will work. If you do have a question, you can always put it in the chat. I will try to answer questions in the chat. Oh, I'm trying to get to the chat and I just lost the chat. I will try to get the sizes of the cohorts. And are they? Currently, as long as our class sizes permit, and I have gotten the guys to measure the different classrooms, the lower grades, the pre-K and kindergarten, we will not go above 20 students. The older grades, the CDC guidelines say 25 max. None of our classes currently are 25. We will continue to have the aides in the younger grades, which in pre-K, which is one of the reasons for keeping the no more than 20 students in those classes. We will be looking to, if a class has a large number, say 20 or above, and we may need to flip-flop classrooms because another classroom is bigger, we will be looking to do that also. So it's each grade is approximately, right now, I think our highest grade is one of our classes has 24 students in it. And that class, we are looking to flip-flop classrooms because the classroom currently has a wall that is connected to the floor, and unless we take the wall down, we are looking to flip-flop the classroom. So I hope that answered that question. I am pushing too many buttons here. Okay. So next thing that's on my list, the drop off, entering the building, and the start of the day. This is the preliminary plan of what is going on in my mind currently. I will get to the shared supplies in a moment. That is one of the things on my list a couple of slides from now, is the sharing of supplies and what that will look like. So I will get to that one in, I think, 2 or 3 slides. Drop off and entering building, start of the day. The students will get off the bus, 1 bus at a time, at the main school doors. So that's the door that the parents enter when they ring the doorbell. This will eliminate all the students coming in through one entrance. They will go directly to their classrooms as soon as the buses arrive at the school. We will have hand sanitizing stations inside the door for them to sanitize their hands, use hand sanitizer, and they can also go to the bathroom and wash their hands. Car line. Currently, the plan is to have pre-K and kindergarten drop off at the lower church, where they'll be greeted and taken down to their classrooms. 1st through 8th will follow regular car line drop off and will enter the building through the school doors by the gym and go directly to their classrooms. Now, knowing from the start of last school year, car line was a little disastrous. We will have teachers and staff outside directing traffic, so that if students need to cross in any way, if cars are moving, we know that the students are safe. So there will be personnel out there to direct traffic, direct the buses, etc. As I had said before, morning prayers and announcements will be done over the PA system. The next thing is, I'm pushing buttons, come on, why isn't it going? There we go, dismissal and pickup. I am currently exploring different options for a car line pickup. This is a little bit more difficult because in previous years, everyone came to the gym, they sat on the floor, they waited till their name was called. We can't do that realistically with the number of kids that do take car line. That is one of those areas where we will be exploring a couple of different options. Bus riders, the plan is to have them remain in their classrooms, and the buses will be called over the loudspeaker. I will be, because of the process and the safety concerns of car line pickup and drop off, I will be involving members of the facilities committee from the board to discuss this procedure. They were looking at our current procedure before, so I am going to reach out and have them also help us develop a plan for this, so that we can have what is safe for our students. Classroom setup, what will be different? Couple things. 1st, 2nd, and 8th grade classrooms currently have carpet. As of Friday, they will have tile floor. This will be easier to clean and to sanitize. They are coming on Friday to install the tile. The 6th, 7th, and 8th grade classrooms, we will be storing the tables until further notice, and we'll be getting desks for the students to have their individual spaces.